You got to, man.
Yeah, no.
But you can do it so much where you like forget your regular voice. Like I don't even know what my regular voice is because
What's
I
your
talk.
Booyah voice? What's up, boys and girls? It's another episode of Tales from the Dumpster Fire. Did you know that was the name, Sam?
I did. I thought taking a dump at the Rumpty Fire was a better name, but I mean, you never
I
listened
like
to
how
me.
you're staring into the fucking mic as you say that.
You know, it looks like it's wearing a diaper. So
I know, right? Stupid fucking tissue paper.
Hey, we gotta drink a pop or something.
Alright, tonight, we have Goku Lopez, of course. We have Mr. Corey Stevens.
Yeah, here
Not
I
the
am,
lead singer
you know.
of Slipknot.
He's not the lead singer of Slipknot.
It's a different
That's
Corey.
Taylor. And
different person
our first
entirely.
guest for this series, Mr. Sam Kilcrease. How you doing, Sam?
You know, I'm honored right now.
You look like such a shitty when you're saying that.
You're just like, I'm honored
it's
to be
like,
held
oh,
here against my will.
I'm
Yeah,
liking
you're
it so
feeding
far.
me beer.
You know,
man.
we're drinking
Yeah.
some good
We're
beers
drinking
tonight.
some good beers.
They always say if
Some
you
good
put the
cheese.
poster, it has free beer, everybody will come.
I know, right? That's what I'm thinking about doing from now on. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're gonna buy a sixer, and you're gonna.
Oh, we're
buy
gonna change
one,
this to
and
the
we're
free
gonna
beer
smoke it.
podcast just so we get guests.
Yeah, right. Free beer podcast. Speaking of,
Hey, I heard there's a beer at this podcast, so I can do a
there
guest
is
show,
a beer
right?
at this podcast tonight. What are we trying tonight, Sam?
Well, first off, what we cracked off was a European beer called Hofbräu Munchen. That's not how you say it in German. It's probably like Munchen or some shit like that. But it's pretty damn good. It's got a thinner snout on it than most American beers, but I mean, it's good.
Now but see, the other beer we got an American-made beer, Colorado-made beer, Breckenridge, vanilla porter. You know that's good because
It's alright.
it's
Just down the
It's
block.
alright. I mean, it's no German Hofbräu, but you know, it's,
Just brewed right down the
Hey,
street.
it's been proven that beers in brown bottles are better than green bottles.
as far as aging goes, I don't think that qualifies.
No,
as
it
taste.
totally it deflects the light better.
Well, you know,
Well, yeah, but that has to do with the aging and the flattening.
Well, I'm just
the rooting of the
saying,
beer.
just the companies that
Yeah.
do it are usually better. I mean, and we're not taking into account Bud Light or anything like
because
that. Because
I've
those
tried,
are like
yeah, Bud Light is garbage.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
that's
a
like
lot of
that's like
browns.
the taste of Bud Light is the disappointment your parents feel when you don't make it in college. Like that, that's what Bud Light is.
The
Tastes
Germ-
like 5 o'clock.
The Germans have mastered the brewing. They're kind of like the
I'm all
grandfathers
for
of
it.
the brewing.
Although, yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't matter too much. It's like
dream of
they
mine is
both
to
do.
Oktoberfest.
I mean, this
Yeah.
definitely the brown blocks out more light, but I mean,
Can I get a smoke ski too?
you can get it.
Sorry,
Stogie-
smoke break.
Here's two more
Oh, sorry,
sponsors.
the choopy break.
Yeah.
Going for the camels, going for the Turkish Royals.
Cigarette in Vietnamese is hoop toot. If you wanna say cigarette right now, you say hoop toot beer.
We are
We're
sponsored
gonna have a
by.
bunch of people, like Vietnamese people calling in like, this fucking dude just disgraced our family. But yeah, doesn't it suck working at Teppanyaki? Let's just talk about that shit.
Yeah, because you always want to talk about shit about your work.
Yeah, I do. I honestly do. I fucking what? Mink's not gonna listen to this. Hey, Mink, fuck you.
Do you know how to use the internet?
Yeah. So.
I
Well,
love
yeah, but this is
Just for the record, I love my job.
Off the record, fuck this shit.
Teppanyaki's Japanese Steakhouse is great. I love my job.
Yeah, man.
Making
you know
great
their
money.
slogan, right? Why is everything sticky?
Yeah.
Teppanyaki.
So other worker from Teppanyaki, Tim, what do you think about?
Tim. Oh, I missed Tim. We worked with the Tim.
We did.
Tim Bradley, I love you, man.
I can
Just in
I
case
can totally
listen.
sneak into an office just by random people. Like I can get those names. Just walk. Hey, you remember Tim? Yeah, Tim. Yeah, dude, I used to work with that guy.
Timmy.
Yeah, I remember when I worked here.
Timmerino.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk in the back and steal some shit, okay?
That place just disgusts me. Every time I walk in there, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna be grossed out by today? And every time I just sit down there and I look at the plates and I look at the glasses and I look at just where everything's prepared.
Working at a restaurant must be like working with like retarded children. Like, you know, when you like people tell you like they work at a special ed like or like a nursing home or something, and they're like, well, what do you do? And they're like, well, I pretty much like change diapers and get punched in the face by crazy fucking idiots. It's like, what? Like, so I work at a restaurant too. Like, how much? Like, what? That's
you're
weird.
Basically just
what restaurant do you work at?
And you're making sure they get fed so they don't fucking get angry and shit themselves. So that's serving for you. Have you ever had a serving job?
Well, I had a salesman job. That was kind of no. I totally stoned it out. And I did have a serving job once. I worked at the Hookah Lounge on North.
Really?
Right by Sonic, yeah. I worked there for probably...
I go there all the time.
Yeah, well, I worked there for 3 months because I didn't stand them not paying me on time.
Oh, yeah.
And so they kind of fired me because I complained. But... No, that I really liked that job, and there was a lot of people there that were actually enjoyable, and it was easy as fuck.
Yeah, every time I see them, I'm like, why am I even tipping you? I tip them anyway.
No, the only way I got tipped is I told jokes. That was a great.
Why not? My tip is basically your server, and I'm sure they fucking make regular.
Well, no, see, my tip is like tips is I'm a stand-up comedian. I just tried my jokes out on people, and it fucking got me tips like a motherfucker. Yeah. And the thing that was,
it's a captive audience.
It was the one time. It's kind of weird. It was kind of ironic because the place was run by like U.S. military people who are like super Republican. And the thing was, is they divvied out tips like a communist party. Like everybody got equal shares.
Well, yeah, it's a tip out. We do the same shit. No.
But the thing is that that their son worked in the back and made hookahs, and all he did was make hookahs, which is the easiest fucking thing to do. I could do it if they let me, but they didn't let us.
Scoop it, slam it.
Yeah, and he got a quarter of my fucking tips. I made mad tips all night, and he was like, I just get my share, and just fucking to the red state in the back.
That's the chef of the hookah lounge right there. Like,
yeah. Dude,
like wait till you hear like Goku's whole ordeal of his tip out of splitting his tip 50% with the chef.
I only get 40% of my tips.
40%. My bad. Not even 50.
Of our tips.
And how does your wages work?
We get minimum tip
Jesus
wage, $5.21.
Christ.
Yep. And so we have to tip out the chefs. We have to tip out Mr. Sam here. He's the sushi chef.
Yeah, I take his money.
He takes my money. And
I'm like
son of a bitch.
I'm like the Nazi that shot Anne Frank.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
And then we tip out the bussers like we should, but it is a hibachi place, so the chefs do a lot of the work. But we tip them out like 40%, and they get paid like fucking $15 to $30 an hour. I'm pretty sure Tony makes $40 an hour.
Jeez.
He makes so much money, and he still gets 40% of all the servers' tips, and however they cut it. Because I don't even fucking know.
Because unions don't work anymore?
It's not a fucking, oh shit. Don't get me started on that. But no, it's just a terrible system, and they just want to make sure they get paid, because it's more like a family style. It's like the owner and then all of his close friends, who are all Asian. I think it's a weird race divide between the back of the house and the front of the house, and who owns the place. Because they could really give a shit about how the servers are doing as long as they're getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they make a fuck ton of money. Like, you know how fucking Tony is always bragging about getting like Versace this and that, or fucking Louis Vuitton. He's like, I'm gonna buy this $700 belt.
He's like, fuck
you, dude.
See this watch right here.
He's buying homes in cash right now because he's just trying to fucking
that's too dark.
Flip properties or something like that.
With Movado,
he's like, I got a Movado watch. You haven't learned anything new in a long time. I've seen your show like 1,000 times. While it is impressive, the first couple of times, it's so fucking boring to watch after that, especially if you work there. It's not amazing anymore. If I go to any hibachi place, I'm like super critical of them now, because it's like, well, I've seen the whole fucking egg toss, egg in the fucking hat. I've seen the fucking volcano.
Well, how do you think I feel? I can like do the tricks. Like, have you seen me in the back? I can do it. Like, how late do you think? Like, how late?
Why don't you move up to that position?
Oh, they won't fucking hire me.
I'm white.
Oh man, come on! You could be the Eminem of hibachi chefs.
I could be like the Michael Jordan of basketball, but it's like
no, you could not, because you were not cut.
Michael Jordan of basketball, but Michael Jordan's already that.
But it's like No, it's like, but if he was wearing like a yarmulke, it's like he would have never even got drafted. It's like if he was like a 4 foot.
What are you talking about? There's like
Jew,
two
like,
or
doing the
three
same,
Jewish professional
if there's a
players.
4 foot Jew doing the same shit, like he wouldn't even be Michael Jordan.
Well, that's not totally true because there was a
this is a
5'2" white guy that was fucking making dunks that got drafted hardcore that was fucking awesome. I don't remember his name, but I remember he did some pretty cool dunks.
But nobody remembers his name.
Yeah, that's very good point. Thank you for correcting me.
Like, if I worked there, I would get tipped like nothing. They'd be like, white person at Benihana.
Well, what if, okay, what if you really Asianed it up? Like you
I couldn't even
You're
get
gonna sound like such a
spray
racist
on.
No, I don't mean like that. Like you
this
make
one's
it
like-
white boy, but like you dress like you wear the hat that like faces forward, and you wear you do it all, but maybe make it your own. I don't know. Like I think that maybe you like even if you don't do it here, do it somewhere else. I'm just making ideas.
I could do it somewhere else. I don't want to do it here.
Yeah, well, fuck
anyways.
no. But you can take the skills you learn here and put it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
It's true.
We're at about 10 minutes here. I think we're gonna go over some viewer questions, or just people that actually care to fucking listen to us. Thank you guys for actually, paying attention that this podcast exists. So,
I don't
first
know
question.
if you have the energy to touch the arrows, but if you do, I thank you for it.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Upvote, up or whatever it's called. First question coming from my buddy Josh Kilda. Are you guys familiar with punk rock bowling at all? I know you are.
Well, I looked at it for 5 seconds.
Have you ever heard of it? Basically, it's the
I've
old
seen it
man's,
Thrasher every
man's
year.
Warped Tour.
Yeah.
It's for aging punks, and I'm
Sounds
really into it because they have
badass.
awesome lineups every
Yeah,
year.
Black Flag is always great.
But basically,
Who
he
doesn't
wanted
like Black
to
Flag?
know what I think of the lineup this year, and I know you guys probably don't have a whole bunch to say about that, so I'll make
I
this
got
quick.
2 bands.
And
I
to
know.
the point,
Give me the lineup.
the lineup for the most part, the headliners are going to be Descendants. We were supposed to have not Agnostic Front, Cocksparer,
Oh.
but they're playing in New Jersey. They've split the festival bill for the most part, where they have exclusive bands.
Are we talking about
playing
the
in
Jersey
Asbury
one
Park.
or the Las Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to the Las Vegas one.
Okay,
That's what I'm really
okay.
talking about. But
That's
really,
what I was
it's
talking about.
This is the one you're attending.
yeah, I really don't like the way they split the bill this time because now I'm missing Cocksparer, and I love that band for so fucking long. But basically, if I had to sum it up, I'd be like, they need to fucking figure that shit out for next year because I'm missing too many good bands and paying like $120 a ticket. Even though it is a good time, it's still worth it. Like totally worth it.
But there are people that can make it all 3 days. Like you can't just think.
You just
yourself.
need to support the event regardless.
They still have a good 3-day lineup.
I guarantee
it's just a
why
lot of
it's
bands that
split.
I wanted to see can't play both shows, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck!
Why
I wish
it's-
you would have just booked bands that could do both shows and not get my hopes up. Seeing some of these bands, I've been they're like on my bucket list. Seriously,
Yeah.
Something happened like financially where they wanted to like rake in more cash.
they're
to
basically
do
just
that.
expanding.
Or yeah, expanding.
So
you
yeah,
know?
they're gonna do one like a West Coast and then an East Coast thing in New Jersey.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's not like we could romp all the way to fucking the East Coast, like all willy nilly like
Yeah.
that. So that's pretty fucked up, But
It does kind of suck.
Yeah.
And then-
I mean, regardless,
I
you're gonna
would
have
love
a
to
good
go to a
time,
Jersey
dude.
show. Shit.
Hell yeah,
It would be crazy.
get some Jersey bitches, y'all.
Quinn,
Yo.
our good buddy Quinn Wilson, wanted to, and you already pretty much answered it. When we circle jerk, do we do it in a clockwise manner, or do we just kind of go like 2 ski poles in, like you were saying?
Well, yeah, no,
do we,
no,
do we
we-
kind of switch off a counterclockwise?
It depends
just to
how
get a
big the
different
circle
feel?
jerk is. What if
Well,
you
no,
do
we
a
got
Uber
3
jerk?
people, so
Just
everybody
because
can
double.
ski. Like everybody can ski in our circle.
Just
like,
the trifecta of us just kind of knobbing this and like I get
Yeah.
you and then you get him and then yeah. If
Like
both
everybody
hands
everybody
right
can
now,
get.
but-
I think the most
there's a
classy thing to
nonstop, And I
do.
know that I need 2 knuckles for mine, so I don't know about you guys, but
The classic.
like, I always have to
Zero
double
and
fist
tweezers,
mine.
that's all I
Like,
need,
yeah,
man.
okay.
Just,
So,
yeah.
well, I'll get some tweezers. I can really do good on both ends. You know,
get it soggy in the
I'm
middle,
what's the word? I'm
2%.
ambidextrous. I can do this.
To be
I got
classy,
this.
I'll do clockwise. I
Oh,
mean,
in
that's
short-
just like I'm a gentleman.
Go with
you
the
know?
times.
When I roll my circle jerk, I'm gonna try to be professional, Like
We're gonna go
I want
Widdershins
people to
about it.
respect me and shit, Like,
Which is a great word, Widdershins.
Widdershin.
What do you think Widdershins means?
I think a Widdershin is you've been like romping all day, so your shins are all tired. You gotta rest a little bit. Maybe put like a fucking
Widder.
put a slab
know where you go.
put a slab of meatloaf in the oven and relax.
Now, Now,
Listen to The Cure and fucking
listen to the Cure.
eat meatloaf while your widdershins fucking get
While your
better.
widdershins cool down. Widdershins is an actual word, meaning to rotate counterclockwise.
To rotate counterclockwise.
So you had no fucking idea.
I was pretty close, like I said,
Yeah, the
meatloaf.
Cure had something to do with it, right?
Yeah.
And
I
I
did
know,
bring in The Cure.
I know you have a knack for coming up with interesting words and their definitions, and you have an extensive vocabulary of shit I've never even fucking heard of because you just make it up on the spot.
I do.
So I want
Very-
to see how good you are.
Crypto bombastic.
I've got a list of words here. What do you think crypto bombastic means?
Crypto bombastic.
I just came up with that, by the way.
Dude, like,
I hope somebody out there can come up with a great definition for this
Put that
dumbass
in there for
word.
me.
I think crypto bombastic.
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 Yeah, sure, go with that.
I believe it's like when you get that sack that is so chunky and stinky and fucking just
Stinky.
crystally as shit. Looks like fucking that dandruff you had in the fourth grade. That you had to get Head and Shoulders for.
Crystally?
Crystally nuggets, you know.
Okay.
Like,
Are you describing
I ain't
a
like-
pussy or
Oh,
a
he's
nut?
describing weed, obviously.
Okay, well, no,
Weed.
wait a second. I
Basically,
heard-
it's so fucking good.
it's so good. It's crypto bombastic.
Ah, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Put that.
Like
Oh, that is
use it.
not what
Can
it
you
means
use
at
it in
all.
a sentence?
When you get schmaltz on your spickle, you're typically gonna go widdershins about fucking this crypto bombastic. I don't fucking know.
Do you
It's
know
all-
what crypto bombastic can mean? Do you know what bombastic means?
Typically
Okay.
it means like what I think boisterous and just fucking loud.
We needed the actual definition.
No.
I know.
Well, I guess obnoxious. Bombastic means just using a frequent use of big words. So crypto bombastic, which I just came up with, it means that you come up with false big words. Thus, it's a fake
or
word.
just mythical big words.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's
So,
a fake word
my
about
whole life-
fake words. Just like bombastic
You
is
are
a big
crypto
word about
bombastic.
saying.
We just
That's
come to that
what
conclusion.
this whole thing is. My whole life has just been crypto bombastic
Yeah.
this whole time.
It's all
People are gonna
cattywampus.
hate this word. They're gonna be like, you people are fucking stupid to
I
come up
know.
with like a
I'm just gonna. That's what I'm gonna
crypto
name
bomb.
this.
Why
It's
don't
a
you just
real
go and
word.
fucking write the next Jurassic World?
Hey,
you
what's a Doogieheimer?
unoriginal piece of shit?
What's
Okay.
a Doogieheimer?
Doogieheimer is somebody who you would hit up on like a Friday night. You're trying to fucking get down. They probably know some bitches, you know. You're like, damn. Just get off work, you know. Get all dressed up willy nilly. Put on an Argyle sweater and shit. You're like, who am I gonna hit up right now?
Put on your Tom Cruise mom.
I'm like,
shoes.
dude, I put on Tom Cruise mom shoes, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit up my Doogieheimer real quick. Yo, what's up, dog? And then my homie I call is
Love how your
automatically
refers to dog, just like yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, dog.
my homie who I'm calling answers the phone, not even knowing this whole instance.
Doogieheimer.
He's like, yo, what's up, Doogieheimer? I'm like, yo, that's my Doogieheimer. yeah.
I know so many people that hate the fucking Pooya at this point. Like your good friend Aaron
Mostly
Lehman.
women.
Yeah,
Mostly
shout out to her.
Hopefully he's
Don't like
listening. I hope.
It's a she.
Oh,
But
She-
she's got,
she just has
she's got
a
those
dude
big
name.
old muscular
Hey,
shoulders. So
I hope
Hey,
it's-
if you're-
I hope-
she's got
hey.
very, she's kind of a brute.
I-
For the record,
I hope it's listening.
I hope it. Respecting gender.
If
I
you're-
hope Z's listening.
Respect my pronouns.
And yeah.
If you're a girl named Aaron, you got a dude's name, not the other way around. I'm just playing.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron's gonna hate me more.
Hey,
now. I hope she doesn't.
What do you
listen.
think a foofer badooter is?
All right.
Foofer Badoo. Is that an actual word? Tell me that's an actual word.
Maybe. Well, I want to know what he thinks it is first.
A foofer badooter.
There's no definition.
I just really wanted to know if it's a real word.
I'll let you know.
All right, so you know, like you get with that one girl, but you fucked up, and then you like asking your homies who the fuck, like, what'd I do last night? Like my dick smells like fucking scorpion venom. Like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, dude. You went home with that foofer badooter last night, dog.
Somehow I knew it was gonna relate to stanky pussy. Somehow I knew you were gonna take it there.
I tell a lot of stories.
It's like the next level of blue waffle.
The next level.
A foofy
Ugh,
dude
don't
or-
even-
my sex life is like a science project. You know what I mean? Like
Somebody's
like somebody's gonna take me to the science fair one year and like fucking
back to me.
win.
If you're listening to this, please Google blue waffle and see what you get.
Don't do that.
Shut up. I'm trying to ruin their lives. One more. I got one more for you. What do you think pumpernickel is?
Alright. Pumpernickel is a real thing. And I say the word pumpernickel a lot. And I have no fucking idea what the fuck it is.
Do you reference your grandmother when you say it?
No, I'll like onomatopoeia that shit. Like I'll
I
be
know it's a type
like,
of bread, but I don't really know what that means.
it's a type of bread. Alright, so I'm one step closer. I might be weird, but like sometimes I'll be like, pumpernickel pirates. I'll be like,
pirates.
like
So
I
you're
do say,
fucking, like,
do I
you
not
just
say
make
pumpernickel or not?
Asian
Have you ever heard me say pumpernickel? Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was a pie. I've said pumpernickel pie before. What the
It's a good
fuck?
thing to admit.
If anybody uses the word pumpernickel, I guarantee you're 90 years older.
You know what I used to
Because I
like,
know it's just an old person term, so that's what makes
Yeah,
it
right,
cool.
it just-
That's
it
like
sounds
the
like an
inner
old-timey
beauty
word.
of pumpernickel. you know?
every time I'd have lemon meringue pie, I
give
didn't
that
know
colored person some pumpernickel.
every time I would eat lemon meringue pie, I didn't know any better like how you actually pronounce it, meringue. So I'd always say lemon meringue you, and I'd sound like a fucking douchebag about it.
Like lasagna.
Are you
Lasagna.
trying to not any duty?
Trying to snotch myself.
What?
What does snotch mean?
Who
I
the
don't fucking know. Snotch my booze.
snatch?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you some words and you see what you know about them.
Alright.
Alright.
What are you still
What's a
You like
squeedle?
me
Is this a
to
spelling bee now?
You're talking,
It could be any word.
you're talking in your
Spelling.
mic, so I feel like it's like a rap battle or something.
Yeah.
What's squeedle mean?
Squeedle? Squeedle meat? Can you
What
use
does
it in a
squeedle
sentence?
mean?
What
Use
does
it in a
squeedle mean?
What does squeedle mean? SQUEEDLE.
I'm just trying to put it in fucking context. Have you never seen a fucking spelling bee before?
I didn't do that to you.
Wait, what is the
Will you
country
use
origin
it in a
of spelling?
sentence? Is it an adjective, a
It's,
noun, or a
uh,
verb?
Are you just making this up?
It's sweeted.
Is this a fucking Eugene Merman bit? I don't fucking know. Yeah, somebody play a theremin in the back. Squeedle.
Oh my god.
A
Oh my
squeedle
god.
is just
God
a
bless
beetle
you. God bless
That
you.
whenever it walks around, it's just like squeedly diddly diddly. I don't fucking.
It's exactly.
or it's a Squirtle that's fucking retarded.
It might
There
be.
you go.
Have retarded Pokemon. Have you ever thought of that?
Pokemon.
Have you ever thought of it?
Okey dokey. That's gonna be a
Nobody's
great
thought about
character
the less
in the new
fortunate
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon.
I'm gonna love new Pokemon Go with Down syndrome Pokemon.
Or just speech
Oh
impediments.
man, we gotta go visit Grandma at the hospital. Well, you know what we're gonna find there. What was the word?
It's a Squeedle
It's a
meat.
squeedle meat.
Squeedle! I got a Squeedle
You
me.
put the meat to my squeedle.
Sorry, Grandma. I know you got cancer, but I gotta catch me a Squeedle me.
So, speaking of Squeedle, I actually have one tattooed on me. So,
You do have a squeedle tattoo.
Yeah, see, it's right there. Just look at it.
Yeah, see, it's a beetle.
You see how it's all like bulbous and deformed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
bulbous.
that'll give you a
Was
better...
that free? I hope so.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't. Dude, this tattoo's fucking
That
awesome.
schmaltz on there, see?
It's some schmaltz on the
Schmaltz.
spickle, but that was more of an artistic choice than anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Corey, what do you think of that show?
Well, the show I came from pretty good. Seeds of Revolution, brought by Prophecy Records, I guess. The only way I found that out was through Facebook. But yeah, one of my friends, Jonathan Sale, was one of the first performers there, and it was more of like an open mic. It was like rap. It was like rap stuff, and then like spoken word, and then there was a random white guy from Denver that did slam poetry. Yeah. So have you guys listened to slam poetry?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so yeah, good. So like, I get there's some people that can like do this, and this guy was good, but the only problem this is a problem I have with the same thing I have a problem with comedy, and like this is why I don't like doing racial bits unless those races are in the room. And this is what this guy did. This guy did a whole slam poetry bit on like a race word, like the word ghetto. And it was just a room full, like even the half black guy, the only half black guy that was there, like left the place because he was like, shit's about to get stupid, and he could just feel it. I don't know, maybe it was just a self-reflection because like I was just looking at it from my point of view. It's just like I would never do, like I have that one bit about the holidays that like I can't do unless there's like a black guy in the crowd, because it's just not as funny, because you got, like, it was the same thing. There was a whole big, like, there were probably 25, 30 people in this little tiny space of just pure white people, and there's a white guy talking about stuff, and it like makes things uncomfortable to a level where you don't really get the message across. Like,
but that's really not his fault.
No, it's not his fault, but and probably in Denver, it's probably a lot better. And I'm glad that he did it, and the way he did it was pretty good. It's just, I don't know. I feel like in an atmosphere.
You're saying it was awkward.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward, but it was just that, and there were people that responded. Yeah, like pretty good, but like you're not really getting the message across if you're just doing it to that one group of people. Like I have, like, when I try to do those bits, I try to have a message in it. Like when I do that opening bit about fucking Clifton, there's actually a small stupid message.
Fucking Clifton,
yeah. I'm not gonna say the bit. You can. I don't do on radio. I don't fucking do bits. I'm not gonna do it on a podcast. But no, like it just doesn't make it as good. Like when the people are rapping, they're rapping about things about themselves usually, and that's a self-reflection. You can do that at any race, but like if you start, like, there was a guy who did and this was actually pretty good because it was just something that actually white people were saying, so you could actually talk to them about white people. There was a guy who did a spoken word about the whole Donald Trump talking about kicking out Muslims of this country and stuff like that. And the way he was doing it, I mean, he was really skillful the way he was rhyming it and just doing a spoken word, like, a cappella rap pretty much. But it was about white people. Like, it was about the ignorance of that he'd seen of the white people that he was around him, and he being white, and something he could talk about.
It's like, all white different. People suck.
Yeah. Well, and
this audience fucking sucks. You check your way.
Ignorant fucking Donald Trump supporters and this motherfucker, and he got it, but that was a really good bit.
They're all sucking Trump's dick.
Yeah.
Fucking racist asshole. No, I can't help it.
But yeah, but it was really interesting, and I actually did mostly enjoy the show.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of
and this was at Seeds of Revolution, right?
Seeds of Revolution,
and that is a Main Street business.
Yeah, Grand Avenue. Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Somewhere downtown Junction.
Yeah, right by City Market. It's kind of out in the corner, but head shop. It's got a bunch of fashion.
And they've been sponsoring and promoting a lot of shows recently, just local shows and stuff like that. I know they had like a Mushroom Head show, which I'm not a Mushroom Head, but yeah. And I
just bring artists here. That's all it really matters. Here.
Yeah, right. But yeah, if you guys are listening and love supporting your local scene as far as music and everything, I know we don't have a huge one here in Junction, but you know,
and for such a small shop, had a great turnout. So you know what, bring more people, and we will have like more things that will go to.
Yeah, Mesa Bakery just opened back up and everything. It's
hopefully we
start getting some good bands, because it's been a while since I've seen a good show. And they just had Big Head Todd and the Monsters, which is a good band, but they were I don't know why. I think it was because of their lack of underwriting from a radio station to kind of offset the costs of the show, but they were charging like $15 more. They were charging like $45 to $50 a ticket for Big Head Todd and the Monsters. I looked it up. Every other venue on the list for their like tour was charging $30 to $35. The $15 difference, which
they do that because they think people. They're like, people think.
Yeah, I even talked to them.
It really hurts them though.
They politely basically just told me to fuck off. They're like, oh well, you can always see them in Denver some other time at some other show. And I'm like, thanks. That's I get the message. Thank you very much.
See, I've heard mixed messages about the new owner, and I never met the previous owner, and I want to meet the new owner. But I mean, half people say he's a really good guy. He's going to put the business in a good place, and half people say he's a douchebag. But
it's a tough location.
Until you meet a motherfucker, you don't know.
It's a very tough place.
I do know that he rehired a lot of the people that used to work there, and I do appreciate that, because Ben is an awesome guy, and there are a few other people that I can't remember the names of right now that are awesome people too. The only reason I remember Ben is because he was there the very first night I ever did an open mic. So that's
cool.
Yeah. And I made fun of him and he laughed.
Well, he's got a good sense of humor.
Mhm.
Right on. I mean, you know, I really don't. I can't really say too much about them because I haven't been to the Mesa Theater since or like met any of the staff. I used to know some of the old staff and they were cool, but it was definitely kind of run like like just a hangout kind of place, and I think that had a lot to do with them.
Which is always chill too, you know.
Yeah, which is fine, but
Everybody
it doesn't
likes
make a
to
whole
hang
lot of money. I know the local, another fucking recent restaurant that has gone under. They had that
R.I.P.
issue.
the local.
They were fucking,
Rest in
they
peace.
were just fucking giving away alcohol and shit. They didn't make shit in profits. Just
But they had a good
down the
run.
toilet.
They had
did have a good run. Their
food.
fucking breakfast burritos.
Yeah, their food
Oh,
was more
man.
memorable than their bar
I'm gonna miss
scene,
that.
I guess. But
And
I guess
because it wasn't Los J's. It wasn't a fucking, you had to settle at the end of the night. They were
Yeah.
open until like 4 o'clock. So, yeah.
this isn't the last we've heard of them.
Fucking Los J's. dude.
Guaranteed.
Oh my god.
So we gotta talk about setting up the new open mic.
The new open mics. Yep, that's right. For all of you students or even non-students, you guys can come and check out these shows. Colorado Mesa regularly hosts an open mic about every couple of weeks. We've been doing it for about 2 years now. It's been taking off, but for the most part,
Be there, be square, Nick.
but yeah, it's always good to see the kind of talent that, you know, students here can show off. We have actually like a lot of talented dudes. I mean, that's how I met Corey, and I met a bunch of people. I met the improv group. If you've never heard of them, Oddly Appropriate, they're great. You should
Yeah,
always come out and see their
pretty-
shows.
yeah,
They put on a
pretty-
good show. It's family friendly for the most part. Yeah,
And even when it's not, deal with it.
yeah, and they
Yeah,
always
do
pull in a
good.
good crowd. So yeah, but yeah, other than that, I think we're gonna be hosting it actually pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, since Mr. Matt Cesario is graduating soon, or he's just been a busy dude.
Well,
He's a busy beaver. Yeah, he actually he manages Triple Play Records.
Good guy.
Yeah, this is this is basically gonna be our first advertisement for that.
Yeah,
Definitely
shout
come
out
and
to
see it. I
Triple
believe
Play.
it's gonna be Tuesday nights. I think it's the first and third week of every month for the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah, every other Tuesday we come out, support music, talent show type stuff, spoken word. We've had that before, and comedy. We have a pretty burgeoning comedy block now with a lot of dudes that have really gotten into it. So
yeah, and if we could ever get Josh out here from Fruta, if you're listening to this, you better come to fucking Grand Junction, motherfucker.
if you guys are ever interested in signing up for that open mic, go ahead and hit me up on Facebook or hit up Mr. Corey Stevens on Facebook, and we'll get you in the know. If you got some shit you want to show off, by all means. We always love more company, especially with the stacked bill. We love a good audience too, so if you guys are ever bored on a fucking Tuesday night, not hard to do, come out and see us. We
Bring your
fucking
grandma.
absolutely appreciate it. We want to put on a good show for you. Other than that, what else has been going on in the news? Besides, I want to talk about the Powerball because this shit is getting
Ooh.
fucking ridiculous.
Uh,
It's getting, and I know you, Mr. Corey,
Yes.
here has a huge fucking bius against the idiot
yes,
tax.
I do.
Quote unquote.
Yes.
The big question though is, what would you do?
What would you
That
do
money.
with? It's at like 1.5
90
billion.
Oh,
now.
1.5
They
bill.
raised it up.
I thought it was
is the highest in
90,
history.
900,000.
It's the most money that they've ever fucking given away in a lottery ever.
Ever.
And so everybody's fucking buying up tickets, of course. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to fund that huge
Cash
jackpot.
frenzy, of course.
But yeah, even after tax and all that horse shit, it's $750 million about because they take about half. What would you do with that money, Corey?
You know, my initial answer, and this is just, and I was hoping to be the last person to answer this question so I can say this, but my initial answer was $1.5 billion. I could probably shut down the Powerball.
Oh,
But
dude,
no,
they're fucking no.
I
They're
know,
not.
like
okay.
I'm
That'd be
not gonna
ironic.
explain my bias.
They'd
I'm not
make
gonna explain my
movies
bias
about
on
you.
yes, the idiot
Okay,
tax,
yeah.
and that's what it is. But I don't know. I think that
You'd
I
get
would
that money and
truly,
sue them.
like, I don't know. I this is gonna sound weird and probably wouldn't be true, to be honest. But I would think that I would almost like give it almost all away, like to something that was truly that I felt would
Worthwhile.
actually be, yeah. Like if I put it into a new energy source, like if I put 1 point, like okay, it's 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Okay, if I put 1.3 into a new energy
But
source.
you,
Go
but
to
you wouldn't get, you
Tesla.
wouldn't win all that.
Give
money. You
Tesla-
only- if you
Okay,
took
yes, I got like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
I'd
if
probably
you
get
took a
like
lump sum,
a
you'd
not
have about
800,000. Yeah,
Okay.
800,000.
Let's say I
roughly.
just gave away 3/4 of it to just some
Yeah.
new energy source that just like I gave it to that Bill Gates fund thing that was like what
Yeah.
he's trying to do, just just to say
So I
something
give it to
simple.
Elon Musk. He's fucking.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that would be even a great. Yeah, just do it
Fucking
into
laugh.
SpaceX or to self-driving cars because I want one. And then I would buy one of those Sony drones that fly you everywhere. Because I'm just.
Let's
that
get to the
vain.
nitty gritty.
Yeah, because I don't feel like getting a pilot's license, but I want to fly places because I'm
Yeah.
like Dr. Morocco. But and then I would just use it to get my comedy career growing like that. Like I would just
I've thought about the same thing. Basically, what I would do with it is I would give away like fucking 600 million.
Let's
I would
ask the question differently. How would you spend that money greedily as fuck and ruthlessly? I'd be like, I'm talking Scarface spending. Like, I mean, you can't. Any honorable person.
Thinking of the Lamborghinis you can buy.
Any
And the
honorable.
hookers that are filled inside of them, dead or alive.
Like, think about like any honorable person, especially put on blast, would be like, well, you know what? I built like 9,000 homes in Mexico.
Honorable answer.
But then, like, what if they gave you the money and they're like, no, you have to spend it on like what you would spend it on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
If they fucking put a gun to your head and be like, what do you really want to spend this on?
No, yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
I feel
of
like
course,
this is-
I'd like, make sure everyone in your family's well set. Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
fuck
there's
those
like,
people.
and then there's like, okay, well, you got fucking a fuckload of money and you have to spend it on like a good time. Like, boom. Like, that's what
So
the
what?
real
So what
nitty-
would you buy?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I would buy so much Gouda cheese with 98% of my winnings. And then the rest of it, I just buy hookers and Coke and then just eat Gouda cheese all day. And like, they'd be like, oh, like, we ran out of like Coke and fucking. I'm like, well, nigga, I got like 8 bajillion pounds of Gouda cheese. And y'all, it's fuck. Get out of my house, actually. You know what?
What would you greedily do with
Oh god.
What would you do?
$850 million?
Okay, so first off, I would move to Europe immediately. I really.
Good choice.
But yeah, if I couldn't just give away the money to a ton of Americans,
I'm pretty sure you'd lose it.
my main plan was to just buy a fucking Apache helicopter and just start throwing money out in front of cities. I'd just start fucking throwing, making it rain because people will remember that.
Just
They'd be like,
confuse the
"You
fuck
remember
out of people. And never stop. Like,
You
just
fucking
never
really
stop.
really-
Like, get one. So, like, one, like, $1,000 really lasts you, like, hours of Apache helicopter, like,
Just-
raining.
You could fucking do it for years. You could give away just 20s and just be in the sky for years until you gave away hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
but
how
realistically,
ISIS's Sharia law look when green's raining?
millions of that money would cost in just getting the Apache helicopter.
Yeah,
so
I'd spend
realistically,
like a couple million, then whatever. It doesn't. That's nothing in the
You
span
can
of
just
the
take
jackpot.
over a country.
But
Like, you
anyway.
can just go over North Korea and just be like, hey, I get it. He's your absolute godly dictator. You know what's a better good dictator than that? Green bitches!
well, actually, I changed my mind. What I would do with mine, buy every scratch ticket in the whole world. Just,
It's
hold
just-
the world record of most scratch tickets ever
What
bought.
the fuck would you do? What? That's
Just
a point.
clean out. Like,
alright.
fuck you,
I do
rednecks.
that.
You're not getting any of your scratches today.
Well, I do that. I make the Guinness Book of World Records. And then,
So that's what
I
you do.
slowly
Biggest dick
live
in the
my life.
world.
Slowly live my life
You'd
after
already
the
have
rest
a
of that.
record. You'd already until the jackpot gets, but you'd be like the biggest winner of the lottery.
Until we
That's
came
what
in
you
inter-
already
And
have.
that too. And that too. I mean, shit. And then,
Like,
I'd
you
buy a
start
bunch of
off
cool
with
shit with my scratch
the biggest lottery winner. The most asshole move done with lottery winners.
Yeah,
that-
I'd probably make it like a few times.
I would. Let's see. I would start.
I would also buy all
Just
the.
imagine
I would buy
how,
all
like-
of welfare
No,
and
I'm-
keep it for myself.
Imagine how interesting your day would be. Like, fuck, I gotta go like buy some shit, like, and then just like scratch a fuckload of scratch tickets. And be like, well, I only got like $12 for like 8 hours of scratching tickets. Like, now I gotta go fucking buy whatever the fuck I can
So you're
get
just
there.
gambling with whatever fucking
Yeah,
scratch
yeah.
ticket. That's
And
what
then
you
like
get for
some
the day.
days,
If
you
you
know.
did win the lottery, your luck would be so good though that I think that like every scratch you would get bored
Yeah.
after a while because every scratch ticket would win,
Well, no,
and
at
it'd
that
be
point,
like
it had nothing to do with luck because they pre-programmed the number of
Yeah,
winners that they actually had.
statistically, I'm a whore. I'm really
That would
stupid
be a
for
terrible
doing that.
investment.
I probably
because you would not
could.
get that money
I'd
back.
probably get like 3
Well, no,
states
'cause
down.
there
I'd
was-
get like 3 states down, and then my whole like winnings would be gone.
Well, there was a thing I read actually today, and I think it was from Harvard. I'm almost positive it's from Harvard. That it was these students invested $600 million into the lottery, into the Powerball, or it was not the Powerball, it was an absolute win lottery, and they actually showed that they got over I believe a 6-year period a result of $8.2 million. Like they got a comeback of $8.2 million.
That's weird. That was like their
so
job.
those statistics, if you invest enough money into those lotteries, you could probably
maybe, but see, it's a nebulous fucking thing at best, but
it's a rat hole. That's why they're successful. That's why they're successful, and the people who won end up broke even. You know,
but basically.
It's gambling. I mean, gambling.
What I'd end up doing is I would go and I would dig up Hitler's ovens. And as the most asshole move of all time. I would dig it all up, and then I would go and I would find like a dead Jew corpse, and then I would roll up like the last 20 I save, and store his ashes, and then just go crazy, and then put all the other money I ever won into those ovens, and I would just burn it all, and just be like, yeah, fuck you guys for even playing this.
What the fuck are you?
I would just be
What
like,
the?
it's just stupid.
Horrible.
I would buy every single My Little Pony doll just so we don't have bronies anymore.
Just so we don't. Well, you act like they wouldn't make more. Just buy up all the factories.
No, that's what I mean.
I
mean, like every. I'm gonna wipe them off the map.
And then you
the
could
cartoon. I will buy it out.
Yeah, no, you could direct the cartoon and just make it fucking lame afterwards. Like even lamer than it already is. You could make it like douche bro-y, where like 90s cartoons were. They were like, hey man, what's up, dog? Like fucking super sporty.
But just fund the
fuck
out of it.
Bitch.
Yeah. Everybody's hating it, but you're just funding the fuck out of it.
Like
so,
that
like they
fucking
couldn't get rid of it even if they wanted to.
Yeah,
It's so
like that
funded.
Simpsons episode where they have Poochie, the fucking dog, where he's like advertising shit. And he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? What's up, cuz?"
No,
like fucking radical guy.
The first thing I do the moment that I took over the show is kill off every character in like a Walking Dead, Game of Thrones type style, like
or something. Just devastate a whole fan group of like.
Phony princess, no.
What fan base do you hate the most and just
Star Wars,
destroy them?
dude. Buy the rights to the next 3 Star Wars or whatever.
No.
Maybe that's
and then just ruin it.
Make
Just
it
shit all
dumb.
over one.
Make it 8-hour movie.
With that money,
horrible.
my sole mission would find a way to cancel Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Fine.
I think
Somehow.
I think more
Just
people
like-
would be happy
just-
than sad.
Just plant like child pornography in the top 3, like the director,
Frame
the,
them
the
all.
top
Frame
actor
them
guy
all.
that's in the
Fuck
progressive
them.
commercials I can't fucking stand, the fucking, especially the writers. Every other writer, like I'll give some mercy, but every other writer just plant child porn with the biggest, it's dark.
Dark.
Jesus. What's the worst thing you could come up with, Sam? Besides the scratch ticket thing.
Oh, dude. The funniest, like, glitch I could do with the money. Oh, dude. Because, like, that's, like, the biggest ultimatum is you got a lot of money, you could glitch the world out, you know? Like, you got enough money to, like, buy, like, 9 billion tracker phones till they just run out of numbers to give you. Like, you know, like, I would love to just, like, snarl somebody in the worst way like that. Like, that'd be really cool. Like, I don't know, pay somebody, like, a ridiculous amount of money to just do something fucking crazy, you know? Like,
You know what I would do?
pay one guy, like, $1,000 a day to just go up to everybody and just, like, smack him in the face and you get arrested and, like, a bunch of shit, but, like, if you come back to me the next day, I'll give you $1,000. You just like, you know what I mean? Like, I just
like,
think
Would
of
You
like
Rather, like that movie, Would You Rather, where he gives him money at that dinner party, and he's like, okay, you could either get electrocuted or you could stab this old lady in the leg.
Yeah.
And then, and they'll fucking like give you money each fucking time or something like that.
that'd be cool
And
as
the whole
shit.
thing was to like win like millions of dollars. So basically, they were playing for money and they were fucking each other over and killing each other just so they could win the jackpot for the sick rich guy.
I've heard of conspiracy theories like this, and I think this would be one of those
Like
people.
weird fucking eyes wide shut party.
Yeah, no.
Or is it that movie? I'm not
No. You're thinking of Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream. Ass.
Ass.
Slap Slap the money on the table. That reminds me of that strip club that we went to, and we were just, you remember we were making the houses, and the stripper came up, and I was just like, ass to ass, when they were dancing.
But no, there's this other thing, and this would be the most like evilest thing to do with like lottery winnings, and this is the thing that I think that like rich people can actually do, and that's like if anybody offends you. Like if you're at a Lakers game and somebody spills their drink on you and you're just like, oh, this guy's fucked for life. You could hire somebody to just fuck with them. Just like every few days, slice their tires. You know, take
imagine that.
That's what I'm
talking
Anytime
about.
they post anything on Facebook, just write something hateful on there. Like, you
Yeah.
fucking
You think,
Jewish
like, people
piece
with
of
the
shit.
worst-
I'm white and Christian. I'm not even Jewish. I don't even give a fuck. You should die. Just every 5 days. Just do something really fucked up to him. Just like put raccoons in his garbage can so the garbage
I
man
do it like
eats them.
every fucking day, even, and it would just be like, do you think?
I'm trying to save money here, okay? I need to do this to multiple people.
Dude, fuck it. No, it's multiple people. You're a hateful person. But basically,
What? I need Nancy Grace to suffer. I know how things go.
do you think that people with like the worst luck, or you think people with like bad luck, Brian, the main icon for that, just people with bad luck? You think they just ever pissed off somebody so obscenely rich and they didn't even know it, that they were just like, I'm gonna fucking ruin your life for 30 years?
Like anytime you come out, you just went out to defrost your car.
That's
now
possible.
It's stolen. Like,
That's so possible. The rich could be shitting on us in the weirdest fucking ways. And
Oh,
you wouldn't
you
even
know
know
they
it.
are.
Yeah, they just ruin your life, and you think it's that's life. No, somebody's out to get you.
oh no, but
Yeah.
even
It's
some
not
real,
God. It's Bill Gates.
like what if it's some real like you found out that someone like your wife fucked somebody else,
yeah,
and then you were just so spiteful, you're like, fuck this guy.
yeah.
This guy's life is done. He shouldn't have put his dick in that rich golden sweet.
Wait, you could only hate
vagina,
him
because let's be face it, old guy, rich guys now only get young pussy.
Well, duh.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
You're
like
snarfing
there's
on
any
it.
rich balling women in
Snarfing on
America.
that
I'm just kidding.
coochie.
Sorry, but it's true.
Sorry.
Holy shit! This
Check out the
Speaking-
Forbes list. I'm sorry,
Speaking of
not a lot of
snarfing-
women.
on good coochie.
You
So
haven't been there.
I hooked up with this girl this weekend, and I realized that I don't know if you guys ever have this in your minds, but do you ever like get the weird vibe that whenever you're like hooking up with a chick, where they are like in competition with you to be better at sex than you are? Or is that just me being super fucking paranoid?
I've never thought that ever.
Because
ever.
yeah, it's like
No,
it was
I-
weird, and
But
she was-
explain though.
she was
Chris.
doing all this like crazy shit. She was like fucking just really good at head and just like, you know, fucking just rocking it. And I'm just like, wait, well, I feel like I need to keep up. It's just like a weird
like
night.
then
I
you
don't want to
throw
get
something.
emasculated.
You
Wow,
throw
that's
something in there.
And it's just like I gotta get better and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this position. I'm like squatting into your asshole or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Yeah, it's just like weird acrobatic shit. Yeah,
You're just like
a weird,
smacking in the face
yeah,
with
like
your balls.
one-upping.
Like, bah, bah, bah,
And
bah, bah,
I was just like, dude.
Well, no, no. I've had girls like that where like they want to keep it active. Like it's. I don't think that it's really a competitive thing. They just want to make sure that you're on par with what they want. I've had chicks that are just like that just want a pounding. Like fucking, they'll take it like a gorilla bitch. Like they just know what the fuck they want. And then there's girls that are not like that at all. Like you, obviously, you've had girls like that, and that are just like they like it slow. And they like it nice. They like a little candle on the side. They like some wax on the back. You know how it goes.
Y'all like you gotta
They
change
like
it
the
up.
coke up the ass.
You gotta change it up.
You gotta
every
sniff
once
it out
in
of
a while.
somewhere. And the
Yeah,
best
it's
place
like Action
holder is the
Bronson. They
asshole.
like the fucking face-to-face toilets.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it kind of occurred to me the other day where it's like, I don't mean to humble brag, but I've never had a problem since I got to college getting with anybody, really. It's never been an issue, and it's always been like,
Well,
yeah, I'm on
that's
top
why
of
the
my game.
fuck college
But
is
it's like,
invented.
Yeah, 'cause you look like-
it's weird. It made me think about it. Like, I gotta step it up. Like, I have my reputation's at stake. Holy shit. And I don't know how that's supposed to really, like, if that affects you socially. Like, I'm sure girls talk about that shit all the time. And if any
motherfuckers
ladies are
couldn't
listening,
keep up.
please please correct me if I'm wrong. But,
Any women.
Yeah, it's just fucking. But yeah, I just think
If
like.
any women ever listen to this,
Yeah, right. No, plenty of ladies listen to this. They love the weird.
I don't know about ladies. Maybe
misogynistic
women listen to this. I don't know about
rantings
ladies.
of 3 fucking drunk dudes.
I don't know if I want ladies listening to this. They might have a heart attack. Maybe women. I would love women to listen to this.
I would love women. to listen to this. Yeah, it just wowed me the other day. I don't know.
Well, that seems like an edit point right there for
So
some
the
dead
sex
space.
competition, did you win or lose? What did you throw?
Yeah,
in the
did you
game?
come out on top?
What did she throw at you, and was your rebuttal? Because I've never felt like this ever. You know, when
Never?
bitches
You never
like
put up a scoreboard.
Well, not like
in your mind it's like, all right,
Whereas
my
I
head
get this.
was definitely
my
better. I
thing.
mean, that bitch squirted while my tongue was inside of her. That was
Well, I get it at it the best I can, and when they get at it, you know, like I'll let them
What are you
get at
going to
it.
do for
but I
squirting
never
for?
like.
When a girl just
Just
squirts,
like,
you just gotta
I
go
don't want a
with
chick
it.
squirting in my mouth.
You just
That's
gotta
fucking
go with it,
gross.
man. If I can come in her mouth, she can squirt in mine. I can give a shit.
No,
Squirt for
that's
squirt,
not-
No,
nigga.
you know what you do? You
Squirt
you-
for squirt.
Chicks can squirt.
Hey, you just
They can squirt fucking buckets, dude.
Hey, you just squirt
I'm
baller.
not- like a logo
you
is like
squirt
a
baller.
fucking
You get right
teaspoon.
up. You squirt baller. You just get right up and you blow it right in her mouth, and like she'll learn. She'll learn, and that's how you make her learn.
Yeah.
But basically,
I never
don't
done
know.
that.
Don't
before.
ooh me.
I
If you've ever asked for anal, you never ooh me.
Because basically, my thing is the thing I keep in my head to be a good lover. You have to make them come as many times as you do. Is the balance there?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got to be a neutral
No.
game. It's got to be fucking.
Hey,
that's
she's
all right,
let's be
basically.
I'll come
fair.
eventually. You can
If she
just
wants
look
to
at
go
my dick
again,
long enough, I'll
and
come.
It's like I
You
I
can't
get
win
in my
every
head.
time. You can't make it a competition, but gentlemen like.
No, but you gotta
too.
make it a goal like the end of an RPG. Like I gotta get to the final level. I gotta get past the boss fight, and this bitch has got to quiver.
Right.
Sometimes I get beat, dude.
And I don't know,
Sometimes I'm
and
just
by
like,
I don't
I'm
say
just
bitch
like-
in a derogatory term. I mean it like a rapper. Like I
Like,
respect.
bitch,
I respect.
that's how they mean it. It's derogatory
I
when they
respect
say
these
it.
bitches. Like I do.
I respect these bitches.
Like,
It's always been derogatory.
like that bitch is
That's-
gonna be
that's part of the
somebody's mom
fucking
one
gangster
day.
lifestyle. We don't give a fuck. We call
Hey,
bitches
I'm not.
bitches and
I
Hey,
bitches.
that
will
bitch is
never-
somebody's
I will
mom.
never
Hey,
That guy's
call
a
myself
fuck boy because he
gangster.
fucks boys. Yeah, he's a fuck boy. That's what I mean. It's fuck him.
let me inspire you.
It's a let me inspire you. Fuck DJ Khaled, by the way.
Yo, big shout out
Please,
to DJ
fuck.
Khaled.
Somebody
I
rate
know
that
he
man.
won't fucking ever listen to this or catch wind to it, so we can just talk shit about him. But I think it's so fascinating how fucking popular he's gotten. Like just
Oh, for saying 2 words in the
Yeah.
background.
yeah, or just I mean I get he produced like Sam. We were talking about this earlier. He produced all those albums for like Akon and whoever like the mid 2000s.
He was a come up artist.
What was that? There was a song T-Pain did where he didn't have auto-tune. And
Fucking, I don't know. Nobody's heard of it. That's why.
I never heard of that.
no, it's
shit.
actually a pretty good song, and he has a pretty good rap.
Okay.
Like I will.
Oh, I
say-
believe it when I
Nah.
hear
Hey,
it.
oh, let's pause and let's listen to it.
What's that?
Just-
Hey, what's
No,
what's that
no.
T-Pain
No.
song without
Okay,
auto-tune?
but my
I'm
point wasn't
stuck
even about
on
T-Pain, but there's literally like it was the epitome of to show like just how shitty DJ Khaled was because like the beat was alright, but he literally just like yells in the background.
Yeah, he sucks as a fucking DJ.
Yeah,
I've seen him
he's
DJ.
retarded.
He DJs with another guy with him, and they work the fucking tables. And he sucks. He'll fucking like ruin a perfectly good beat that's flowing, and he'll have like a drop, and then he'll just start fucking scratching on records, like bring it, and he'll just fucking put that in like he's freestyling, like he's just fucking flowing, and it's such
Oh,
shit, dude.
man.
Like I see pros at it, and they're awesome, and they know
Oh,
when
yeah.
to do it, and then he's just like fucking like a retarded stepchild, just like break it, and it's just fucking it's stupid. But he is inspirational.
sausage?
How inspirational? He's so inspirational that he will talk to you from like whatever MTV is recording that day, and like he has that video where he's like, "I want you to watch this video while you doing push-ups."
Yeah.
All right, start.
Another one.
Another one. And then he just goes on for like 8 more counts, and I'm just like, "How this?
I
guy's
did
insane."
it! I did it!
He hangs out in the fucking Bahamas or whatever, and he's just trying to. He has like these huge fucking novelty bottles of champagne, and he's got this video where he's just swimming underwater with it, and he's just like trying to pour it into a cup underwater, and you just see the air bubbles of the champagne just like fucking blowing out. This like fucking $1,000 champagne. I'm like, God damn it.
God,
dude.
I hate people like that.
He even got lost at sea. Like I was telling you with
Yeah,
the
you're
fucking
telling me
ski-doos.
that.
What?
He found his they found him from Snapchat. He was Snapchatting it the whole time. He was fucking lost at sea or whatever on his ski-doo. I don't know if it ran out of gas or whatever, but it was at night, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm hella out here." I don't fucking know what he said exactly.
Hell out here.
They don't want me to come back. They don't want you to succeed.
I'm hella out here.
No,
Learn about
fire.
a shot. You know how we making noise up in this bitch, keeping these sharks away.
He even has that fucking weird sex tape where he's like boning that chick, and he's just his fat fucking rolls are just spilling over this poor chick, and he's just let me inspire you while he's fucking this chick, just like full missionary, her legs are in the air, just like let me inspire you.
Let me inspire some Krispy Kreme up in this bitch.
And he put that. Oh my god, I can't believe he fucking released that shit.
Oh my god.
It's like the tsunami vine where it's like he's fucking her and then like a big tsunami like there's a lot. He's famous right now, at least, for being just a fuckboy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, shows how famous fuckboys will get you, you know.
Right. Being a fuckboy will take you so far in this culture.
So
in America,
we're starting fuckboys number 2, right?
Fuckboys number 2. Alright,
formerly known as
fuckboys on the plane. Fuckboys 2.
Let's get to last comments here. Anything else you need to say, Mr. Corey?
More of a subject guy.
Of course. I can't talk about my day.
Yeah, no. My day. I already talked about my day. I went to a show. I looked at people. I saw some things.
Fucked some bitches.
Fucked some bitches. Looked at the way that things were, and I was very disappointed.
Right on. Anything else you need to say, Sam?
Big shout out to El Chapo, fucking little Nino out here.
We're looking out for you, dog.
We looking out, dog. I
We
got
want
that bail
Trump
money.
out.
Yo, I got your bail money.
His bill is probably like
This
$1
extradition
billion.
is bullshit.
I know. They're not gonna fucking let him out. He's
Yeah.
already gotten out once.
Is he just doing?
He's
a tour,
already
like,
out.
Like I'm just waiting for him to escape from American prison. Just like I feel like he's the conspiracy theory is he's actually a prison escapist hired by the government to test out prisons. And he's already broken out of all the
He's like the dude in the fucking Shawshank Redemption. Where he just digs his way out the tunnel.
I think it's like an
he's already escaped all the Mexican prisons, so they gotta test out American ones and see if they're up to shit.
And they're gonna have like some old fucking white dude with glasses. They're gonna see a fucking poster like Corona, Cerveza, whatever, Dos Equis, and they're gonna like fucking tear it down. They're just gonna see the tunnel. They're gonna look into it like. It's gonna play the fucking music.
I want to tell you.
The shit tunnel.
I want to tell you, El Chapo fought back really valiantly, but he just had some other people to kick their ass.
Word, dudes. Well, this has been a good podcast.
Another tale from the dumpster fire.
What's it called?
Hey,
What's it called?
Tale from the dumpster fire.
What's it called?
tail from the is there a fox in the dumpster?
Is there a fox in the hound?
Is there a hiney in my hole?
Thank you guys for listening. You all have a wonderful night. This has been Tales from the Dumpster Fire.
Dumpster.
You smart. You very smart. We the best. You a genius. I appreciate you. You loyal. I changed a lot.
You smart, you loyal, you a genius.
Win, 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 no matter what. Them doors that was closed, I ripped the doors off and took the hinges off. And when I took the hinges off, I put the hinges in the boy's hands. Yeah, in the boy hands. You know, I took the whole door off and the hinges and I put it in the boy's hands. You could put the hinges on their hands too. Never give up, never surrender. Put this money in the savings account. Buy your mama a house. Buy your whole family houses.